instance and creating the GitHub free account, and why we need to use Git. So Git is a open source and a distributed version control system. What is the difference between SVN and Git? S1 is only for version control system. If it is a Git distributed version control system, it is mainly developed to coordinate the work among the developers, and each developer have its own repository, so that with the single commit, he will push all the code to the Git repository. That is the main use here. So today we will discuss about few commands which is related to the Git. For that, we'll open the file explorer for any folder if you want. I'm creating the new folder here. Git command. So this is my, right click on this folder, open git bash here. I'm closing this. Right click, open git bash here. Make it bigger. Yeah, you can able to see, right? Clear it. So first we need to check whether Git is installed or not. Git hyphen version is not. Yeah, Git version is there, and we need to configure it globally. Check if any configuration is available or not. Git config hyphen global hyphen list. Yes, it is already configured, so not required to configure again. So if you want to configure Git, you can use Git config global hyphen edit. So it will ask you to edit if in case it is required. These are the defaults which is already there, so it is not required. So clear it. Git. Check the configuration with the command git config hyphen list. It will display all the configuration which is available in here. So this is the username and email what I configured here. So if you want to edit this username and email, I can use the git config hyphen global hyphen edit. So it will ask you to edit the details. So press I if you want to change username equal to Chandra and changing it. Click press escape button colon W Q. So that means it will save the details. Then press enter. Now you can check git config global user list. Git config dot name. So we changed it to Chandra. It is updated. This is how you can edit the global configuration, username and email. Git config user.name, it will display the username. If you want email, git config user.email, it will give you the email ID. Git config user.email, sorry. Yes, this is my configuration. Make it clear. Now we can start using the creating the git local repository in our laptop or desktop. For that, make one directory, make directory git -cmd cd git -cmd. Go to the directory. Sorry, cd git -cmd. Then it is there in the sub. Now here we need to initialize the git local repository. For that, git init will initialize the local repository with .git extension. So for now, we can check the status git status and branch master. No commits yet, nothing to commit. So it is empty. Now we can create one file using the touch command. Touch will create the empty file. Touch hello world dot hello world dot java, and it will create the file. We can edit using the vi editor hello world dot java. Then click press I button, so it will insert the data, and go to Google, check hello world program, or you can type it manually. So it's of your choice. Hello world java. If you are not familiar with typing, you can copy and paste it here. Press escape button colon wk. It will save the data. So check, if you want to check the data, use cat command. It will show the content of the file, so it is there in the file. Then now check git status. Yes, your one file is there, no commits yet. Untracked files, it will display the status untracked files on your branch. Now using this, I add this file will be added to the git. For that, we need to add git add dot. That means all the files will be added to the git. So the file will be added. Check now git status. New file is added to the git. Now we can commit using the commit command git commit -m nearest fast commit. Yeah, it will committed the file. Now this is one part, and you need to go to the remote repository where the previous session we discussed about, where you need to push your code to remote repository and use your login details. For that, you need to log into your GitHub account. Search cg09@gmail.com. Sign in here. This is the repository. If you don't want this repository, you can create new repository, or else you can use as it is. On that, you can create new repository. This is test git description, testing of origin. I'm giving, make it public, add readme file, create repository. So here you need to copy the HTTPS. Copy this. This is the your repository, and the test git is the repository, and copy this HTTPS. Want to add the origin to your remote. So for that we need to git remote add origin. What we copied now, you need to paste it here. Paste it. So it will be prompted for your username password. If it is already did, it's not required. If you are not connecting, this is the first time, you have to enter the username and password of your GitHub account. Click hit. Yes, it is already there. If you want to check, use remote -v. It will check. Yes, this is the origin. Here test git. Now you can commit with single command. Git commit. Sorry, you can commit all the changes in the local repository to your remote repository with a single commit. Git push origin master. Now your local repository code will move to the remote repository GitHub account. Let me check if it is there or not. Less than a minute ago, recent changes. You can check the master branch. Hello world Java. Here, this is your code. This is how you want to push your local repository code to the remote repository. Now you can see using the git log, it will give you the all commit IDs. So I have only one commit, that is the commit ID, author and date, what date we committed, and the comment what first comment, like that. So this is how you want to push your local repository code to the remote repository code. So here this is the detailed description I have given for the commands which I have discussed now. So for that you need to subscribe. You will get the free material and the commands with the clear description. If you have any doubts, please post it. We will discuss on the chat box. That's all from my side today. Please subscribe to my channel. I will give you the detailed notes for the commands as well. Thank you all. Hello everyone, welcome back. Previous session we discussed about when you install a Git batch, we need to set up user details globally at once with the following commands. So git config -- global user dot name. This is where you have to set your username and the email as well. So once your setup is complete, you can check the following configuration by using the git config -list. This will give you all the configurations. But in case of global, if you give whatever the username password you already did, those only it will display. If you want to edit those changes, you can use the git config -global -edit command. Similarly, we can display the username and email ID configuration. You can use this git config user.name and git config user.email. It will give you the username and email, the global configuration. So next, what we discussed, creating a local repository and make one directory and create one directory. It is like where you want to practice your all git bash commands or git commands. You can make one directory and get inside that directory. From there we started practicing those commands. Git init, where it will initialize the locally. So this is the command. It will show once you hit the git init command. Then you have to check the status to give the untracked files. If you go for a command line, so git status. So on branch master, I have no nothing to comment. Working tree is clean. That means there is nothing changes. There is no changes required. Nothing changes to be then. So these are the commands which we discussed. Git touch hello, which will create the empty file, and we is the editor where you can edit your file by adding something into the text. And git add command, which will add all the your changes to git repository, git local repository. Git commit hyphen m first commit, it will push your code to the local repository. Then you will add the git remote repository using the origin. So up to this we have discussed last session. Now we will check the other commands and branches. So git log, it will give you the all commit IDs. Check git. So that means I have only one commit ID. That is the it is giving the branch master. Check if you display two commit IDs, you can check git log hyphen two. It will give you the two commit IDs, but there is only one commit. So you can go for touch, can edit file. Yeah, this is the file which I have done, and I'm editing. Nothing edited. We'll check whether it will give cat hello. Yeah, it is there. Can clear it. We can check git status. Still nothing. Create one more file. Touch. Give Java. Dot Java. Commit it. Edit it. I'm editing the file. Click, press escape, colon, WQ. It will save the file and check if you want to, whether it is modified or not. It was modified. Now we can check the status. So Chandra.java file, untracked files it is giving. We can git add dot. That means you have to add one or more files to git. We can check the status. Yes, it is there. You can commit in the commit hyphen em. I'll give second commit as a message. Now we can check the git log. It will give you the earlier it was only one commit Chandrasekhar. Today this is the commit, or else you can display git log -1. That means it will give only one commit ID. Today's commit ID it is displaying. Now if you want to clean the changes, it will give you git clean hyphen end. Now check the status. States and branch nothing to commit. Working tree is clean. Now check the log. Two commits. If you want to revert the changes committed into particular commit ID from the local repository, you can use git revert commit ID. You can copy the commit ID, paste. Yes, yes, revert first commit. This revert commit, please enter the commit message for your changes. Yes, revert first commit. Okay, skip, skip. One file change. Check the status. Git log. First commit, second commit, and then revert 3 or displaying. Now you can git push where it will revert your changes from report repository. Git push origin master hyphen f. Please make sure that you have correct access rights and the repository exists. Git branch master. Okay, so now we have reverted the hello file. That means it is not there. The file, the remote repository file was not there. It is asking you to check the file, it is there or not. The local repository, it was not there. Type ls command. The file was not there in the local repository. That's why it is showing the messages. Please make sure that you have the correct access right and repository exists. Means the file was not there, so I'm not able to commit that. And one more command, the important command which you it is .git ignore file. That can create .git ignore. So .git ignore file is the command which you don't want to commit some files into the repository. For that you need to use .git ignore file. It is like suppose if you are developing using the STS or Eclipse, it will create while creating the projects that project that class path node underscore modules, similar kind of thing. You don't want to commit. For that you need to use the git ignore file and keep all this into that git ignore file. It means it will not commit your changes to the repository. Creating here, creating files called touch dot class path touch project file. Okay, click ls command. Okay, okay. See, there are hidden files. So dot class path dot project and all. So we can keep all this. I can ls hyphen a hyphen sla. See, So if you don't want to keep this into your remote repository, you can use .git ignore file, because this will not push the changes to the remote repository. Now we will discuss about branching. So branch is nothing but the branch represents an independent line of development. By default, a Git has a master branch. It is similarly like in the Subversion, SVN, a trunk. So usually a branch is created to work for a new feature. So this feature is one of the development. So once the development is complete, it will merge it back with the master branch. So there are few commands which are available the branching. So you can simply hit git branch. It will show which branch we are now. Currently we are in master branch. So we can create branch, and we can list out the branch, we can rename the branch, we can delete the branches. For that we can use the git branch. So common options here is git branch. What we did hit right now, git branch, it will give you the branch. Git branch hyphen d. If you hit git branch hyphen d, it will delete the specified branch and a safe operation that git present you from deleting the branch. If the branch is having any unmerged, so other option is, we'll see, git branch hyphen d. That means it will forceful deletion of the branch. Even if it has unmerged changes, it will delete the specified branch, permanently throw away all of its commits associated with particular line of development. It will remove. Git branch hyphen m. That means it will move permanently to the. It is similar like a renaming. We are moving the branch name to the other naming. So we'll discuss one by one. Same thing we will check in the remote repository as well. Git branch hyphen, yeah, it will list all remote branches. Remote origin master. Okay. Now we will try to create the branches. Git branch CSR dev. So we are creating the new branch called CSR dev. Now it is created. We can check the git branch. Branch is not a git command. Sorry. There are two branches, which is master branch and CSR dev branch. So we want to change the master branch to the CSR div. For that, we need to git checkout CSR div. Switch it to branch CSR div. Now check git branch. So it is in the currently star represents here which branch you are working currently. Make it clear. So using the touch command, we can create one file. Created, we can edit the file. Use it. You can save this file, press escape, wq, and check if the content is modified or not. Cat, sorry, the file which was created that was not edited properly. Yeah, welcome to AWS tutorial for beginners. Syndrome. Press escape, wq. Now we can set cat txt. Yeah, you can add this file to repository. Git add dot, it will add one or more files to that repository. You can able to find this error open syndrome. No such file or directory. Okay, so check ls syndrome. Okay, can minus. Okay, clear. Now we can check git add dot. It is added. Now check the status. Class path ignore project chandra.txt new files are there, so you can copy this. You already created the git ignore file. I want to commit these changes to the repository. Git vi. Okay, git ignore dot class path dot project escape wq. Okay, git commit -m. We'll see. Yes, dev commit. Sorry. Okay, git status modified git ignore. Okay, we'll check the remote repository. What changes has been done? Refresh. View all branches. Sorry, we are not committing all our local changes to the remote. That's why it is not showing. See, whatever we committed, chandra.java, chandra.txt, all the files will be available in the remote repository. So for that, you need to follow few steps. Shit. Yeah, create the branch, git branch. Yes, CSR1. So check the branch. So CSR, it is currently the CSR division development, and CSR1 I created only. The master is the default branch. So I'm checking to git checkout CSR1. So it will move to the current branch CSR dev to CSR1. Switch it to CSR1. Now check git branch. Now CSR1 branch is currently. Now we can create touch. We need to follow the steps. Using the touch command, we can create the empty file. .txt. Creating the file. So edit the file with command vi editor. Use press I, then do something. Welcome to AWS tutorial for beginners. Complete guide. Step by step. Can escape colon WQ. So check if the content is modified or not. Yes, it is available. Now what you need to do here, can add git add dot file will be added. Check the status. Branch master, one new file is added. I mean branch CSR1 new file added, and we need to commit git commit -m CSR1 first commit. It is done. We can push these changes to the remote repository. Git push origin -all. Now it will move to the remote repository. Just wait for a while, it will give you total. So git push origin all. Yeah, the new branch is called CSR1. This is the URL of my GitHub for CSR1. We need to check here. CSR1 is available here. Check chandrasekhar.txt is available. This is how you want to follow the procedure. First, you need to, I will show you once again. Create the branch using the git branch. Chandrasekhar. It's created the new branch called. You can list out the branch. It will display all the branches in the. So we can star represents current branch. Current branch we are working, and we can move to git checkout. Will change switching the one branch to other branch. Git checkout. Switch it to the Chandrasekhar. Now check the git branch. Which branch is currently Chandrasekhar? Then create the touch file. hello world dot java or txt. Using the vi editor we can use hello world dot txt. Press I and enter some data. Come to my tutorial for beginners. Press escape colon w2. It will save the changes. Use the cat command to check if the content is available. Yes, it is available. Now need to add those changes to the git local repository using the git and dot represents all the files in the current directory, one or more files in the current directory. File is added. Check git status. You want to verify whether it is added or not into the git. It is added. New file. You can commit git commit -m. First commit. It is added. Now we can check any git branch, which branch it is. Second branch. And check the status. Now it is clean. So now you can push origin -. All it will all the changes in the local repository to it will push it to the remote repository. Take a few seconds to update. Now it is updated. You can check the new branch called Chandrasekhar. You can go to your GitHub account. You can check it. Git check. Currently, the main branch, this Chandrasekhar branch is available here. So Chandrasekhar.txt available. So this is how you want to push your local repository code to remote repository. So that's all from today's session, and in coming session we will discuss in the deep. If I have any queries regarding to the comments, keep post on my YouTube channel. We will discuss further. Please make sure that you have clear understanding. If you have any queries, reach out to me at any time. We will discuss. So we discussed about the git log, clean, reset file, revert commit ID, origin master dot git ignore file, branching. There are creating the branch we did, listing the branch we did, renaming the branch we forgot this. We will discuss coming session. The listing the branch, rename, not listing, deleting the branch. Else we will discuss now itself for deleting the branch and all. Sorry guys, I'll just take a bit water. We will discuss the branch, how to delete it. Clear. Get branch. Chandrasekhar is there. Git push hyphen d. You want to delete the remote branch, you have to use git push hyphen d remote name and branch name. And if you want to delete it locally, you can use git branch hyphen d, then branch name csr1 deleted the branch. You can check git branch. Only 3 branches available. Similarly, you can delete the branch remotely. Git remote name from the remote name called check. Yes, sir. One. Because we already deleted, so it is not showing as expected. Git branch, we can delete it locally first. Git branch csr hyphen d deleted. Only 2 branches available. Git there are only 2 branches available locally. To delete git push hyphen d origin csr1. This is the command you want to delete it from the remote repository. Failed to push some refresh to because we did some changes to here. So git status looking to is clean. Why it is fine? Git push origin git push hyphen d origin branch name. Then we'll check the branch name. CSR1. Think it may deleted. Yes, it is deleted. Similar way, you can delete CSR dev. Now we will go to our GitHub account. We can verify whether it is deleted or not. There are only 3 branches. One is master, Chandrasekhar and main, and CSR dev and dev and CSR1 has been deleted. Yeah, thank you. That's all from today. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes, tutorial for beginners. And filter using the channel. You will find my channel here. Please subscribe to my channel. This is my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any queries on this, keep posting. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and type AC2 by Chandrasekhar. You will get my tutorial. AWS C2 tutorial for beginners by Chandrasekhar. Please subscribe for more updates. So last session we discussed about branching. So how to create the branch, how to rename the branch, how to push all your local branches to the remote repository, and how to commit this and all we discussed in the previous session. And today's session we will discuss about tags. Why you need to create the tags and what is the difference between a branch and tag. So branch is mutable. That means once we can create, we can rename it, and that means we can modify. What about tag? So tags are immutable. Once we create, we cannot change or modify. So in case of branch, so it is another line of development. If you check with a tag after production releases, then only we can create the tag. So from which branch we can create the tag? So from the master branch only we can create the tag. So there are we are going to deploy the code from production from master branch only, so that we can create from the master branch only. So currently there are zero tags. If you click on the tags icon, so there is no tags available in the remote repository. You can go to git bash. This is my right click and open git bash here. Can make it some bigger so that you can see. Yeah, clear. Now you can check by typing the git tag. So if any available tags are there or not. There are two tags available in the local repository. So let me delete it. Git tag hyphen d. So dev 1.0 deleted. So we'll do one more time. 2.0 deleted. So you can check now. Git tag. There are no tags available. Please raise a question if you have any doubts in the chat box or through mail. So can clear this, else you can keep for your reference, and we can create the tag now using the git tag command. Git tag tag name. This is the syntax for your tag while creating. I'm giving as dev 1.0. You have to follow the naming conventions while creating the tag. So that is for best practices. Otherwise, there is a mismatch will come. I'm creating one tag will created. Create one more time. Have 2.0. Yes. Now I can clear it and check git tag. So we created two tags with CSR dev 1.0 and CSR dev 2.0. These are the two tags available in the local repository. Now I want to push all these tags to git remote repository. For that you need to use, it is similar like a git branching commands. git push origin hyphen hyphen tags. This will push all the tags from local repository to your git remote repository. Here, yes, enumerating objects learned done. Delta compression. There are new tags available in the CSR dev 1.0, CSR dev 2.0. If you go and check git remote repository, so earlier there is no tag available. Now we will refresh this. See, it is reflected here. CSR dev.1.0, CSR dev 2.0. There are two tags available. While creating the tag, it will make the zip bundle, or it will create zip as well as a tar.gz file in the tags. That is the extension which will follow here in the remote repository for your tags. Now we'll check with the other commands, like we can create the tags from command line, and now we created the tags using the command line. Even we can go to git repository and we will create from there also. It is possible. And let me show you. So currently we are in tags something. So go to the git check. While after login, you should go to your branch, master branch. So you have to create the tags from the master branch only, because you have all the code from master branch they are going to deploy, so that you need to create the tag from master branch. So click on the tags. So there are two tags available. Check the release button. So there are two tags, and if you want to create the tag from the git, you can use draft new release. You can click this. It is asking tag version CSR dev 2.1. I'm making it, and please select the target as a master. Then publish release. 2. CSR dev 2.1 created. See, click on the tags button now. Three tags available here, and it is verified. So we created from the command line as well as the git repository. Now we will talk about stash. Git stash. It will display how many backups are there in the local repository. Git stash command, it will display the backup of your current working copy or current work area. No local changes to save. So that means there are no backups available in local repository. We can type ls check. We can modify this using the vi editor. Press I. Can modify. Modify the content. Escape colon w. It will save the content. Now we can check git stash command, saved working directory, and index state WIP and master. So you can check the git status, branch master. So if it is already saved the backup, so you can check by applying the that backup. So you are done with the development and you have to uh, go to work again with the previous, I mean current working copy. You can type git stash apply command. It will go to the previous where the backup is available, and that will take the backup as a current working copy. So git stash apply and branch master, you can check the status. Git status, the modified file is available here. So this is the git stash. So git stash mainly used for creating the backup copy of your working directory or working area. You can display the git stash list. How many backups are there? It will show. So there is only one backup copy. So I want to create one more backup copy. You can use other one also. When you apply, it will switch back to the dev branch when you execute this command. That means, suppose if you are working in the another branch, if you want to switch from the other branch to the dev branch, you will use the git stash apply command. Clear it, git status, git commit -m, yeah, -m. Okay, now type the status. Branch mention working tree is clean and it is done. Git stash drop. Suppose if you want, there are multiple backups. If you want to get back to the specified tag, you need to specify git stash there are multiple backups. If you want to switch from other branch to the dev branch again, you need to apply with specify branch, apply stash with the backup copy. It means you need to specify the index number within the, so that it means it will revert back to the, I mean it will switch back to the dev environment. So right now there is only one backup copy. Git status, yes, git if you want to drop that backup copy, use git stash drop, git stash drop. If it is not there, it will give some message dropped reference. So it is there, so it is a dropped the message. Now clear it and now check the status. Git stash, no local change to save. This is how you want to work with the git stash command. The final thing is you want to switch from the backup and it will drop within the single command by using the git stash pop command. You can change it, you can modify using the editor. Escape colon w, it will say as the content of the file. Now we can check git stash, there is a backup copy. You want to switch back to that backup copy and you can check the status git branch master working tree is clean. You want to switch to the working copy, need to use git stash pop. So this is a pop command. It will apply and delete the recent one. And if you want to specify, that means whatever the change, recent changes, it will apply and drop as well. It's test. See, it's test pop. So modified Chandra.java, no change added to commit. You can check the git status command now. But modified file is there. It is not committed yet. Git commit hyphen. We'll check the content of the file in the remote repository first. Master Chandra.java file. This is hello world only still. So we haven't pushed yet. Now git commit hyphen m hyphen a hyphen m git stash sample is committed. Git push origin, we are committing to the remote repository. Master I'll put some reference. So that means we haven't pulled that all the clear. So we can clear git. We'll check the status. Branch master working tree is clean. Okay. Now can use one more backup again. ls vi .java file. Can edit again. Easy to buy. Chandrasekhar. Okay. Escape colon wq. Escape colon wq. We'll save the data, check the content of that file. Okay. Now I can clear git commit m. You can say git commit from master. Can commit and git status git push origin master. It will push all your changes to remote repository. Master branch. Then it will show some error message if it is not. Yes, rejected file master fetch first. You need to fetch the files from the master links to folder request. 3 tags available. Git tag. Yes, There are two tags available. Need to check how many tags are available. Git tag hyphen origin hyphen tags. It will push your tags to the remote repository. And when you say git tag, it will display available list. And you want to push specified tag, you need to use git tag name git push origin tag and specify the tag name so that you will push your tag to the specified tag to the remote repository. Check the git status closely and it is done. So that's all from today. Let me check what we discussed today and summarize few things. Till now, what we discussed: Git introduction, GitHub admin administration, Git commands. There are few commands left. We will discuss later. And dot git ignore file, creating the branches tags. Till now we have discussed this. The upcoming session we will discuss in the remaining portion of the topic. So branches and tags done today. Releases, you can check how many tags available. There are 3 tags available. If you have any queries, please post it and we will please subscribe to my channel. Issue 2 by Chandrasekhar, you will get in the top list. Thank you guys. Thank you. Hello all. Last session we discussed about Git tags, how to create the tag and how to delete the tag, how to create tag from command line and how to create tags from Git branch as well. So we discussed all this in the previous session, and today's session we are going to discuss about Git clone, Git fetch, Git merge and other related commands. So now we will run the default branch master. Now we will create one more branch called, you can create one more branch git checkout csr dev, or can use -b. So no need to create and switch the branch, and with the single command we can create the branch and we can switch the branch using git checkout -b csr dev. It will create the branch and it will switch. Now you can check the branch by hitting the branch command. Now we are in the csr dev branch. Type ls and edit the file updated, right? So we can check latest update. So change the content. Now we can commit git commit -m -a -m latest change. So with the single command we can commit to the our local repository with the help of -a. -a means add. So it is added. Now you can check the status. Nothing is there. Now you can push to your remote repository All your local changes you have to commit it to the remote repository using the push command. Git push. Instead of pushing, now you can check which branch you are edited. CSR dev, right? Can take this git log, which will display the commit IDs and with the messages. So we can give the commit IDs. The recent branch is CSR dev. Suppose if there are multiple branches, we're talking about the git cherry pick. So while creating the repository, it will create the default branch also for master. And suppose if you want to change, or if you want to move one particular portion of code from one branch to another branch, we have to use the git cherry pick command. That is for, suppose a user has committed n number of times, he want to commit some portion of code to the one branch to another branch, you have to use git cherry pick. It will take the commit id as a, it will take the commit id as a specification. So so I can check it now. I am taking the recent CSR dev commit id, the latest change, and we are switching the branch now. Git check which branch you are now. CSR dev. I am going to the master branch. Git, or we can create one more branch. Git test branch. Git checkout -b test. Sorry, I missed the -b test. It will create and it will switch to the test branch. Now you can check the content here. Cat. So latest update only it is available, and you can update something in that file. Latest update from test branch. Now we have modified the files, chandra.txt file, and we can save it. Now we can check the file cat. So latest update from test branch. So clear it. You can display the log, which is the latest log. If you want to display two commit IDs, you can use -2. Latest is test branch, and that is the latest change. Now check the status. Git status. So we have modified and we can commit it to the local commit -a -m modified test branch. I'm giving a specification. Now we can, now we are on test branch. Now I can go to the other branch and commit changes. Git log. Now git and log hyphen, it will display only two commit IDs. I am taking this commit ID modified test branch and moving to the other branch. Git checkout. Second, git checking the which branches are. Git checkout CSR dev branch, and you can copy this branch, I mean commit ID, switch it the branch. Now we can check the file. So latest update only is available, and there is no latest update from test branch available. We can commit git cherry pick commit id you can pass here. So it will take the specific portion of the code and it will merge to the other branch. I mean, now you can check the file content, latest update from test branch. This is how you want to use the git cherry pick command. That means you have to take the specific portion of the code from one branch to another branch. You have to use the git cherry pick, and the other command is git clone. If you want to take entire repository to your local machine, you have to use git cherry pick, and the specification is git clone with the clone url you have to give. It will create one folder, and inside that folder it will download all your remote repository code. For that, we can take any other repository file. I want to change to the other signing because I want to take from url. Now it is login to this. Now I have to clone this into my locally. For that, I have to get into the desktop, clear it. Now I was in desktop, going to the other folder called Chindra. Now I am going to download the git remote repository to my local machine using the git clone. Paste the remote repository URL. Now we will check what it will do. It is cloning and it will downloaded. Now check the git branch. Total error. Haven't initialized yet, but git init. Let me check on that. This is the latest code. This is our one file called CSRDev. Get into the desktop, Chandra, git clone. Here one file is there. Now I can make it get into the ls command cd git -clone, get into that web folder. Now you can check the command csrdev is there and readme.txt file is there. This is how you want to clone your remote repository to the local repository using the git clone command. Then you can edit any of the file here using the va editor. I am adding git clone complete, waiting for push, waiting for commit. I modified the file. Now I can check yes or dev.txt. So git clone complete and waiting for to commit. For that, you need to use git push origin master. If it is the default branch not there, you can use the main branch. Okay, right now it is in the main branch. I have to push. For that, you need to check the remote repository which is available or not first using the git remote -v command. Then it is creating one default origin with the fetch and push operation. Then now you can try using the push origin main. This is the command which was available here. We will check what it will show the error message because the clone is denied to CSRCG19. That means you have to give the permission to the CSRCG19. So go to your repository, settings, manage access, create, invite collaborator, use CSRCG19. So it will ask you to awaiting CSRCG19's response. That means until you will verify your email ID or until you can verify your invitation, it will not allow you to push your local changes to the remote repository. For that, you need to check your mail and accept the invitation. Then only let me wait for a minute. I'm going to so I got a invitation mail. So once I'll accept the invitation, then only I can able to push my local changes to the Chandra 4049. I'm accepting the invitation. Now I'm logging out to this. Login with the other one, Chandra 4049. Now I can check the settings, manage access. Now CSRCG19 is the collaborator added successfully. Now you can try to push your changes to the origin. Everything is up to date. We can specify, we can check here, git clone, csrdev.txt with the ls command, git branch is the main branch, git status modified. So we are not added yet. So we need to commit it locally first. Git commit -m clone complete. I'm adding. Now I can push git push origin main. Sorry, the spell mistake. Origin main. It will push your local changes to the remote repository. Check the content. Earlier it was git clone complete waiting for commit. Now you can check the content of this file here. Cat it got stuck. Yeah. Cat dev.txt. So git clone complete waiting for commit. So what is the content available here? Git clone complete waiting for commit. Same content is available. That is how you want to push your changes to the remote repository. Now we'll check the other commands like git fetch. Instead of that, you need to check into the, let me explain on that. Dot what the git fetch will do and what the git merge will do. Git fetch origin master, that means get the updated code to the local repository from the remote repository. So here consider an example. This is the remote repository, and you can copy this, paste it here. This is the local repository, and this is the working area. Git remote repo and local repository and working area and working environment. Now if you want to fetch, fetch is used for if you want to get the updated code from the remote repository to your local repository, you have to use the git fetch command. This is the git fetch command. Here you need to use the fetch. And if you want to merge your local repository code to the working area, you need to use the merge command. And if you want to get the remote repository code along with the local repository code to your working area, you need to use the git pull command. That means git fetch as well as git pull. Fetch plus merge equal to git pull. This is how you want to fetch the, pull the code from remote repository to git fetch merge pull. Git pull is equal to git fetch plus git merge. Means if you want to get updated code from remote repository to your local repository, use fetch. Want to get the code from the local repository to working area or working environment, you need to use merge. Want to get both remote and the local repository, you need to use pull command. That is how you want to use the git merge and fetch. And other one what we need to discuss here is branching strategies. When we are creating the branches or repositories, when we create the repository, that means working copy, there should be a why we need to use the branches and what are the use of that branches. Once we create the repository, it is going to create the default branch as a master, and minimum 3 environments we are going to maintain in every project. It is like a dev environment and quality environment, that is test environment, and production environment. It is using one more diagram you can able to understand. So this is the central repository where your code is available. is a master branch and development development branch, and in some scenarios they are going to use the stage branch also. Master development and stage. So user has to commit a number of times. If the user has to commit your code to the repository, then again there are three environments. One is this here, just here. There is the development environment, there is the quality environment, this is the production environment. So first they have to take the code from the development branch to the development environment. Then from the development, once the dev is completed, it will integrate again with the development or branch stage, and it will again take the code from the development or stage branch to the quality. Then quality to, if the quality check is completed, then it will take integrate again with the master branch, and it will take from the master branch to production. Finally, the production will go to the finally the production will happen from the master branch only. This is how we want to work with the branching strategy. So each project have minimum three environments, that is the branching strategies. This is how we want to work with the branching strategy. That means it will take the development branch to the dev environment. Once the development team has completed with the development and it integrate with the master branch again, the master branch from the master branch the quality team will take for the quality checks and all. If any issue is found, again it will take from the any bug releases, and this is the bug release here. Again it will create the new branch for bug fix. From the bug fix, quality check, once the fixing is completed from the dev team, again it will integrate with the master, and again it will take to the quality team. If quality check happen, again it will integrate with the master, and finally once the quality check is completed, and then we go to the production, that is end users, that is like a customer. Any production issues, it is going to the feature branch. Or one more thing, there is a called feature branch also maintained in the project for any new features, and if anything will come under the new feature branch. So this is how we want to work with the branching strategies. And one more important command is git rebase. Git rebase is nothing but suppose after integrating with the master, all commit messages we have clear picture about it. In case of merge, all commits take as a one commit object and integrate with the master, and we don't have each commit ID details after integration. That means suppose rebase, it will take it as a complete commit messages, and with their specification will integrate with the master. In case of merge, it will take complete all commit IDs as a one commit object, and it will integrate with the master. It will not have any specification with the each commit ID. That is the main use here. Rebase this and merge. Merge will happen only all commit IDs will take it as a single commit object and it will integrate the master. But in case of rebase, it will take all the commit IDs along with the specification. It will come integrate with the master. That's all from today. If you have any doubts, please post it on the chat box and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please. And I will summarize what we discussed today. Git cherry pick. What it will do, the git cherry pick. I have already explained. Git clone, git fetch, git match, git pull, git branching strategies. This and all we have discussed. In the coming session, we will discuss about the Mavan. I simply go to YouTube and type EC2 by Chandrasekhar. You will get my channel. So this is the top. Should go here and subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel for more updates. And even if you go to Google and type EC2 by Chandrasekhar, you will get it. The top list YouTube videos. You can simply click on that one. It will take you to my YouTube channel page. Yes, you can see AWS EC2 tutorial for beginners by Chandrasekhar. Thank you. If you have any doubts, please post it. Thank you. Bye bye. Hello, welcome back to my tutorial. This is my tutorial AWS EC2 tutorial for beginners by Chandrasekhar. Please subscribe. And if you have any doubts on the queries related to the AWS or Jenkins or GitLab or Git anything, you can post it using the chat box. Now, last session we discussed about few commands like git cherry pick, branching strategies, git clone, and git fetch and git pull. Now we can discuss about SSH keygen and pat. SSH keygen. Instead of using HTTPS, we can use SSH URL to push our code to GitHub remote repository. Every fetch and pull request, it is going to ask for the credential, username, password, and it was very difficult to every time we can give. In real time scenarios, what the developers are everyone going to use, instead of using the HTTPS URL, you can use the they can use SSH URL. For that, we need to generate and add it to the Git remote repository. So we can check how to generate it, and we can let me open my Git bash. Okay, this one. This is my Git bash. Let me check. Now it is connected. So for generating the SSH keygen, we need to use SSH hyphen keygen. Then this will going to use and generate one SSH key. checking that whether it is working or not. Check git status. So working tree is clean, nothing to commit. Now I'm going to generate ssh hyphen keygen keygen. It will ask for username or password. Enter file which to save the key. Don't give anything here. You need to keep on pressing. You can store anywhere, but instead of storing in the some other places, we can store in the home directory of ssh id or sca. Okay, hit enter. Again it is asking for a enter passphrase empty or no passphrase. Press enter again. Again enter the same passphrase again. Press enter. Now this is the key where it is generated. It is going to be some symbolic key. Now you can check ls hyphen le tilde slash dot ssh where it is stored. Here non underscore host is there, so we need to remove this non underscore host. Minus rf communication. Need to remove those file first instead of dot ssh. It is going to remove. Now you can check any file is with the name ls minus le dot ssh. Not access no such file or directory. So clear. So it is giving it no such file or directory. There, when you generate SSH hyphen keygen using this, it will create ID underscore RSA and ID underscore RSA dot pub pub. One is a private key and other one is the public key. Non underscore host. While connecting the Linux server at the beginning, very beginning, it will ask for you to you need to connect it or yes or not. So this one, this is the first time only it will create, and the second time onwards it will not going to ask. That is the non underscore host file. Now I am going to generate ssh hyphen keygen. Keep press enter again. Now I can check the below commands. See, here it is generating id underscore rsc id underscore rsc dot pub. So we need to take this id underscore rsc dot public key and we have to save it in the git remote repository for entire github.com account. Then only you can use the ssh url. Now to id underscore rsc id underscore rsc dot pub. So it is generated and you have to take this id underscore rsc dot public key and you have to save it in the git remote repository of your account. Then only it is going to generate the known underscore host file when you are trying to connect. So now you can try to copy that command dot ssh id underscore rsc dot pub. Now this is the key. You need to copy and you have to store it in the your remote repository. I'm going to sign in with my credentials. It is saying password wrong. Verify the device. Now I'm going to store it in my SSH key. Here you can see after login to your account, click on your profile icon. Here settings and SSH keys and GPT keys. Click on that. New SSH key. Give a title, my key, and copy the and you can add SSH key. Now we are added one SSH key. Now we are going to check here. Can clear this. Now you have to execute SSH hyphen capital T hyphen capital T git at the rate github.com. It was generating while it will generate the known underscore host. So click yes, permanently added to GitHub. Now you can check ls hyphen la negation not ssh. See, earlier it was id underscore rsa, now id underscore rsa dot pub. Now known underscore host. That means it is generated one file called known underscore host after hitting the ssh hyphen t git at the rate github.com. Now we are trying to check. Instead of using HTTPS, we can use the SSH URL. Now can check git remote hyphen v for your reference which keys they added. HTTPS it is added. Now we can use the instead of using the HTTPS URLs, we can use the SSH URL. For that, you need to add the SSH URL using the below command git remote add. I'm giving the alias name as a SSH URL. SSH URL. Now, then you want to copy this URL. Just a second, I'm checking which branch I was now currently. Git branch CSRDev. Okay. Now you can check here SSH it at the rate github.com. I need to copy this. Then use git remote add hyphen git remote add SSH URL. This is the command for adding the remote URLs. Git remote add SSH URL. This is the alias name which I am making it and copied URL. You need to paste it here. Sorry, it is not copied yet. Copy the SSH URL, paste it. Now you can hit. Now you can check using the git remote hyphen v. See, instead of using the HTTPS URL, it is asking for the SSH URL now. There are two, one is for fetch and one is for push. Now, if you want to push any changes, now I will check here. It is giving okay. Git, yes, git branch, yes, and I'm checking out other branch test. Git checkout test. Now switch it to the test. Git status. It is giving some key and ls-l. Broader text file is there, and I will check that file. What is the content? Cat broader text. I'm editing this file. Cat SSH update. I am modifying escape :wq. Disable, check the content. Cat. So yeah, latest update from SSH update. You can clear it. Git commit -a-m SSH update committed. Git push. Git push origin. Git push origin. Instead of origin, we need to use the SSH URL because we added SSH URL. Earlier it was in the origin. Now it is the SSH URL. You want to check, use git remote -v. We are trying to use the instead of origin, we are using the SSH URL. Git push origin. Sorry, SSH URL master. It is in which branch now currently running? That is the main branch. Yeah, there is only one branch. We need to use the main as a branch. Does not match any. That means it is giving something. Sorry. Need to check git status. Git status. Include in what will be committed. Okay. Git add. Git add. Committing the file. Clear. Git push. Git commit -a. Sorry, -m. Latest changes. It's committed now. Can push git push SSH URL. SSH URL main failed. Sir, it does not match any clone git. There are Chandra for it. Right. Okay, this means we are collaborating with the other team members, so that we need to check with the. So anyway, we have to use this command git push SSH URL with the master. Then only it is going to check. Commit your changes to the local repository, to the remote repository. Then next topic is a PAT, personal access token. Instead of using the credentials, we need to use the personal access token. In real-time scenarios, they are not going to use. Go to GitHub account. settings, developer settings. Now you can see the personal access token here. Click on that, generate new token, give my token, and we need to select any of this repo, write, delete, admin, public key, uh, repo log, user, delete repo, discussion. I'm going to generate it with the following options. Generate token. Immediately generating the token, you need to copy this token, otherwise you cannot see after refresh or something. See, make sure to copy your new personal access token now. You won't be able to see it again. That means once it is refresh the page, or if even if you out of this page, you are not going to see this token again. You need to copy this and paste it somewhere else. Now you can refresh and see you are not able to see the token. Sorry, I'm going to use this git drop git clone git bash here. Can clear this git status branch master working tree is clean. Git branch, and which branch now? And there is only one branch called main branch. Can create git git checkout -b -b, or else it, yeah, -b, you need to going to create the one git checkout will command -b. It will create the new branch and it will switch to the new branch, and we are going to which branch now. You can check the branch command test branch, and now can check any file is there. CSR dev file is there, and you can add CSR dev file inside something. Waiting for update, I'm giving latest update. Okay, colon like changes cat CSR dev. So latest update, and you can clear it. You can commit -e. Committed. Now you can push your changes with the help of going to log in with chandra449@gmail.com. It is going to ask the verification not required. I'm going settings, developer settings, personal access token, new generate new token, my token, key. I'm selecting all gist notifications, user, delete report, generate token. Immediately generating the token, you need to copy this token, otherwise you cannot able to see that. After remove this, go to this git status check now. Working tree is clean, and we need to push out to git push. Before that, we need to check git remote -v. the git push origin main is going to push your changes to the remote repository. So that is how you want to work with the personal access token and a readme.md file, which contains the project description and title, how it is useful and for the contributors and getting started. That readme.md file you can see here. So readme.md, which will be the, you can check cat readme.md. So git clone, git test clone. Whatever the information I are going to pass within the readme.md file, which will contain all the project description and the title of the project and how it is useful for contributors and how it is getting started, how you users can get communicated with the projects and all within that repository basis, and the prerequisite how to use it. This and all are going to the readme.md file. So, that's all from today. So because we missed this 2 or 3 topics in the last session, so we covered as much as possible.